Have you ever noticed someone checking out your child? I was at Target with my 5-year-old son when I first noticed this guy in a red polo shirt. He was maybe in his 40s with thinning hair, and he kept appearing in whatever aisle we were in. At first, I thought it was just coincidence because Target isn't that big, but after the third aisle, I started paying attention. We went to groceries, and there he was pretending to read cereal boxes. We moved to household items, and he showed up looking at cleaning supplies. Every time I glanced over, he was positioned where he could see my son, but when I looked directly at him, he would turn away and act like he was shopping. My son is really energetic and was running around looking at everything, which made it easy for this creep to watch him. When we got to the toy section, my boy ran straight to the Hot Wheels display and started looking at all the cars. But that's when Red Polo Guy made his move. He positioned himself at the end of the aisle where he had a clear view of my son and just stood there staring. He wasn't even pretending to shop anymore. He had this weird focused look on his face that made my stomach turn. I knew right then that this wasn't some misunderstanding. I pulled out my phone and started recording him. I made sure to get his face and show how he was watching my child. Then I walked right up to him and said loud enough for other people to hear, "Excuse me, sir, are you following my family around this store?" He got all flustered and his face turned red. He started stammering, No, I'm just shopping for my wife." I said, "Okay, then why have you been in every single aisle we've visited for the past 20 minutes, and why aren't you actually buying anything or even looking at products?" Other shoppers started turning to look at us. Oh, a mom with 2 kids stopped her cart and was clearly listening. An older man nearby pulled out his phone too. This creep realized he suddenly had an audience and tried to walk away quickly, but I wasn't letting him disappear. I followed him toward the front of the store saying loudly, "This man has been following me and my 5-year-old son around Target for over 20 minutes. He keeps staring at my child and I have it all recorded on my phone." 2 security guards came over immediately. Mom, I showed them the video, and you could clearly see him trailing behind us through multiple aisles and then positioning himself to watch my son and toys. The guards looked at each other and one said, "We need you to come with us, sir." They escorted him to a back office while I stayed with the other guard to give my statement. Turns out they had gotten complaints about this exact same guy targeting families with young children over the past month. He would follow families around and focus specifically on boys between ages 4 and 8. But the security supervisor told me my video evidence was exactly what they needed to file a formal report with police and get him permanently banned from all Target locations in our area. They said other parents had noticed him, but no one had gotten clear video proof before. The security guard also revealed that this wasn't just happening at Target. Similar reports had come in from Walmart and the local mall about a man matching his description. They suspected he was systematically visiting different shopping centers to prey on families. When we finally left the store, my son asked why that man kept following us. I explained that some adults don't make good choices, and that's why we always stay close together in public. It was a teaching moment about trusting your instincts and speaking up when something feels wrong. 2 weeks later, I got a call from the detective handling the case. They had arrested the man after finding disturbing images on his phone and computer. My video had been crucial evidence that helped them get a search warrant. Apparently, he had been photographing children at multiple stores for months. The detective told me that several other parents had since come forward with similar experiences after seeing news coverage of the arrest. It turned out this predator had been operating across 3 different counties targeting busy shopping centers where parents might be distracted. The whole experience reminded me that predators rely on parents being polite and not wanting to cause a scene. But protecting your child is more important than avoiding awkwardness. If something feels wrong, it probably is, and you should act on those feelings immediately without worrying about being wrong. Trust your gut and don't worry about being rude to strangers who give you bad vibes around your kids. Better safe than sorry.